This guy, not just to the talk, no work, no result. Okay, so I'm a professional talker. I'm a comedian, compare. I do a lot of conference training, corporate speaking as well. And then I consult. My consultancy is in the area of event, sales, and marketing. Those are my core areas. I'm a marketer by training, a proud student of River State University. Proud. Because now they look us like Diop School. There's some of you are also, what's happened? As I mentioned, River State University, you think on the version. Some of you are also looking at us as if, because our school is in my 3, and then the back gate is in my 2. You are looking at us as Diop School. But I can tell you, RS is one of the best. Because of the quality of the lecturers we have there. I can't speak for the students, but I can speak for the lecturers as well. For me, I know my lecturers in the marketing department are awesome, great men and women. So I appreciate them for their impact. If you doubt me, I'll give you a marketing tech written by, I think, Tom Ateke, one of my lecturers. The book is titled Effective Selling. If I give you that book to read, you understand what that means. The only thing that book need now to rebrand them, do a hardcover. You sell it for 10,000, 15,000 as against the 3,000 that we bought it. And a lot of people will see value in it. And my job in this conference is to just come handle this masterclass because I just believe, and I agree with them, that a lot of businesses are struggling because sales are not going well. We have it around us. Look around. There is hardship when it comes to making sales. It's hard to sell. It's not, a lot of things you do will be easier. One of the most difficult part of business is convincing people to buy what you produce, convincing people to pay for what you have to offer. And the way I decided to arrange my paper is basically first to come talk to you about how to increase and improve your sales. And today I'm talking to you that this is what I've done. This is a product of my, I've spoken with individuals, companies. I've also done my research. And I can tell you that at one point I asked my question, when I struggle to sell, why am I struggling? When my sales is struggling, what's the reason? Why? What did they make me from time? I feel they struggle. I don't know if I can take it all, but I know to a large extent that we can cover as much as we can cover. So without wasting time, we move straight, check the board, cracking the hard sales code. Hard sales simply means when you find it difficult to make sales, when you're struggling, there is a way you can crack it up. There's something that can simplify it for you. There's something that can make that difficulty becomes different. Reverse the case for you to make sales. Let me also establish this point as much as I try to encourage you with sales. Now listen to me. That even the companies who are making good sales today, it was not automatic. Are you hearing me? From my industry, a lot of persons have had this belief. Because some of you will see Coca-Cola sell a lot of drinks today and you think that from day one, that's what they sell. iPhone is selling a lot from day one, that's what they sell. You pass, there is a supermarket or a restaurant around you. You always have this belief that it has always been good. Listen to me. You need to understand that in most cases, it is gradual. Are you getting me? It is gradual. It starts small. People move from no sales to small sales, and then it gets better, gets bigger, gradual. So do not leave this conference, start beating yourself, start looking at yourself as someone that is not trying. No, please. Please. Some of you are too hard on yourself. And it is the pressure, there's this marketplace pressure that you will have a boutique, and there's a boutique close to you, or there is a friend that you know that's also into the same business, and When you people sit down, you say, hey, thank God. Well, last weekend, that shoe where we buy that time now. As I reach up, even still, one guy buy, tell him friend buy the second one. They even told me, I bring 5. The 5 I done near, I go give them next tomorrow. You hear stories like that. You go on social media, you read people's posts of how they are making sales. So what most of you will begin to do is you start doing all those God when. You start doing how, why. Am I in the right business? Yes, sometimes you're in the wrong business. I'm not saying, but in most cases, you're in the right business. What you just need to do is allow time to happen. Am I talking to someone? While you are allowing the time, there are certain things I want you to understand and apply. Except you are sitting down, your sales is not going well, and you just feel that, no worry, one day it will go well without doing anything. So I want to beg you, before I start talking to you, is this. Do not put yourself under, can I say undue pressure? Can I say there are pressures that you don't need? So please take your time. I'm not saying you should relax, but I'm saying stop beating yourself. Stop biting yourself because others are doing well. The story is different. If they are doing well and you're not doing as good as them, and you take your time, strategize, and begin to ask yourself questions, make corrections, try to do a couple of execution that's different, you will see results that are different. Creflo Dollar say, a foolish someone who does the same thing over and over again, but is expecting a different result. You get my point? So, calm yourself and stop the comparison. Draw motivation that they are doing better than you, but this person was not as good as this. What's this person doing that make his own? Sometimes, I've said this over time, I've told people this. I told you, one of the things I'm supposed to say here is that sometimes it's your positioning. Sometimes it's your accessibility. You get my point? Sometimes it's your price. Sometimes there are a lot of factors, but the first thing I want to establish is peace. Don't start that the reason why, please, I need help with the mic, that the reason why you are not selling is spiritual. Business people need to take that off their mind. Comparison and all the assumptions that you don't need, please avoid them. I'm not saying there cannot be spiritual reasons why people are having bad sales. But I think that when I run a business, when I have challenges in my business, if you are someone who believes that your first point of call when your business is not going well is spiritual, you will never be big. But if you think and agree with me that what you need to do different is about your strategy, it's about your price, it's about your quality, it's about your customer service, it's about your... If you think this direction, you will easily find a solution. Now, I tell you this one from my mind. Do you know that you can be so good in your job that somebody will try to do something spiritual against you? Your competence and excellence is overdoing them. How many of you know like that? And they tell you, try it. They will put juju self, you match it, and your customers will still jump the juju and buy from you. So please, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I've spoken with a lot of persons. I want to meet my pastor for prayer, but because I said, I'll talk to you first before I go meet my pastor. And then I spoke with the person, and I discovered that it was about attitude. It was not a case of go meet your pastor. It was about attitude. It was about you treating 2-3 persons bad, and those 2-3 persons, the news went out and it affected plus 2-3 persons, and people created this assumption that she is rude. And that's how a lot of persons were food from her. So I stayed in this hotel, and one of the drivers came back. That woman today in supper said, I not tell you, and they started talking. And the woman believes it's a spiritual problem. So Nigerians, we believe everything is spiritual. Sometimes it's not spiritual, it's strategy. Am I making sense? So everything you believe that is spiritual. Now, if I'm talking and you think that the reason why you're not selling, you're not making sales is spiritual, stand up and go outside. But if you know that is about your strategy, is about your strength, is about your seriousness, is about certain factors, sit down and listen to me. We've already established the point in our former class that sales is what happened when there is exchange of value. The buyer the seller. I give you my product, I render my services, you pay me for it. That is the point where sales happen. We've also established the fact that when people don't pay you, your effort, all your marketing, everything you've done before you get to that point, wasted. So make sure you close the sales. We've established this. But I feel that number one thing I want to make, that sales is neat. This thing now. When I will change them again, I will remind you. Keep like 4 mic, you will change them. So the first thing I like to say is that sales are easier when there is need. Make sure you are offering a product and services that people need. They can listen to you and look for you. Listen. First thing, I don't know if you need a phone. Yeah. Let me see your hands up. When you didn't have, actually, I don't know if you need. For now, you don't buy them. Can I see your hands up first? Drop it down. Now that you've gotten a phone, I don't know if you still need a phone. Yes, because you want something better. But there are some of you here, you are satisfied with the one you have. Let me see your hands up. Fine. So if I try to sell you a phone and I want to convince you, there are other factors you look for. If your phone fell into the water, today you don't have phone, and you really want a phone, and then I get to you, and I try to convince you, and when I immediately do that, it becomes easier for you to listen to me. So first thing first, don't sell where people don't need what you're selling. In places where they don't need it, you can generate interest. You can talk to them and make them see reasons why they need what you're offering. Am I talking to someone? Because it is very obvious. I told somebody yesterday, if you press you and then you establish certain business, students won't buy. If you go there, you sell clothes, you sell books, you sell phones, you sell a couple of gadgets, people will buy. But I also know that in that same school, in that same campus, even leave all the noise you're saying, if you want to open a car link and you open it inside the campus, you are not ready to make much sales. Am I talking to someone? Simple. If you want to make a lot of money from it, there are certain things you should know that there's a need factor. I use that word. So stop selling what people don't need. It's just like you selling a television now, it's black and white, the old model. Is there need for it now? Except people want to put it in their museum. Except, God, even my mom won't want it. Because some of the products you are selling are outdated. There are some fashions that people won't buy. They don't need it. You know they don't need it. There are some places you go to sell a particular thing. Need, no day. Any need, no need. So why are you trying to force it? There are places you will go and say you want to open a school that teaches French. Nobody wants to learn French. But you'll be so shocked if you go to that place and say you want to teach Igbo. A lot of people want to learn Igbo because they just feel that if I sabi Igbo, I will sell more. I don't know whether you get my point. I crack a joke sometime, and I was trying to share an experience which is real. The world has gotten to that point where they're just, to cut the long story short, be focused about that. There are places where certain things are not needed. There are certain people that will not listen to you. If you take a Bible and then you go to a mosque and you want to sell, of course you know that one, you may not even come out. You take a Quran and come to a church and you have a stand. People, as they are coming out, buy Quran. How many people will listen to you? That's what a lot of us are doing. We are selling things you don't want. Some of you, maybe you go to a girls' school and what you are trying to sell is male shoes. Even if you are telling them, buy for your boyfriend, your sales will be low. But if you sell female shoes in that girls' school, buy shoes, a lot of people will pay attention. That's buy for your boyfriend. I'm not saying anybody, there are some girls, they have good boyfriends. Maybe my wife will buy because I'm a good husband. So some of you, I spoke with one person yesterday. She was saying how she was trying to do sales. At some point, she offered discount. The person is still not serious. I said because there was no need. No need. Years ago, You know how it is. When we started, when we had all this telecommunication in 1999, 2000, of course, at once you see one phone, people they rush. No be so. Some of us already have phones, so we don't have need of it now. Some of us have need, we still need phones, but because I've already bought phone, I won't want to buy. But let me be honest with you, at every point in time, when you stay in this Port Harcourt, you will always sell your phone. So if you want to open a phone shop, you leave Port Harcourt and then you go to Abua local government that is very scanty. Find out. I know you think, you wish, you assume, you feel they need phones there. But when I get to affordability, you will know that you're making the wrong choice. Because sometimes there is need, but they cannot afford what you are selling. We look at all this and then we'll see it. So pay attention. Ask, this thing I'm selling here, do they need it? There's soon, Design By is getting to Shiloh camp. Redeem camp will open. Churches are having conference. And then another woman takes tiger nut, juice, and zobo to that camp to sell. Imagine the guy who would take beer, red wine, alcoholic drink to the camp. In that place, there are people that actually would drink beer. Do you agree with me? For religious reasons, they don't need them. So these church people, they don't even feel support my beer. They don't support my Igbo. So somebody say need. It's very important. I throw you pictures. Give me the next slide. Now, there's a woman, it's raining. And you see at this point, I want to do a simple illustration. It's raining. And all of a sudden, there is umbrella, there is bus. Do you know that she needs this bus? She don't need them. You know she needs this bus now. You know that she will easily enter. You get? Yeah. But I can tell you, there's a particular car that will be here. She not going to enter. That's still transport too. If you drop boat, yeah, this man may not enter the boat. Where the boat won't move for this road. I can also tell you, whether you like it or not, that as this lady is like this, because she have this umbrella, she will avoid this bus. I'm already covered. Sometimes she wants to enter the bus. If she doesn't have money to enter this bus, she cannot afford it, she will not enter. We can look at it from different angles. But to be honest with you, you must ask yourself, what I'm selling, what I have, what I'm doing. If you are a plumber, do people need plumbing service? Yeah. If they need it, where then they? If you come to me now, I don't have any need for plumbing. So if you are telling me I'm a plumber, I want to do work for you, I'll look around my house. I don't need them now. Not as if there's never been a point in my life that I will need that service. But at that time, I do not need it. So when you sell, when you're doing your market research, your research and your projection should be pointing at people that need what you offer. Don't come and tell me to buy Wivon. And when I talk, you say, buy for your wife. But do you know somehow, because I don't want to spend the money. Thank God my wife knows here when you tell me, say, buy Wivon. There's also a time you will meet me. If it's Valentine, I may want to do it. If it's Christmas, if it's our birthday, I may want to do it. But do you know if you meet my wife and say, this is Wivon, buy Wivon, she might even wire me and collect money and buy. Somebody say need. Look at it. The things where people want. Now you go to sell. From economic point of view, of course, needs are the things we cannot do without. Yes, but I'm not talking economics now, so I can sound this way. I can just focus on want. The number 2 thing I want you to understand is called interest. Very, very important. But I say if what you sell is needed, it means that you are relevant. Need in this context represent customers' expectation, desire, and specific requirement. The next thing is sales. Sales are easier when there is interest. Make sure you are promoting and projecting sales where there is interest. Even in cases where people have needs, their interest may vary. We all need phones, but what interests us may vary. Customers' interest can vary widely, but generally revolve around finding value, quality, satisfaction in product or services. To cater for customers' interest, businesses can focus on factors like product features, pricing, customer service, and everything. When I want to buy a phone, I'm looking at the battery life. When she wants to buy a phone, she's looking at camera. How many of you understand? When the next person wants to buy a phone, the person is looking at storage. How many of you agree with this? So even when we need a thing, our interest about that, what makes us interested in that thing varies. There are a lot of ladies here, you want to just buy hair, you're prepared. Another one wants to buy bones, just say, give me coily hair that is like this. Another one say, give me afro. Our interests different. Maybe because I'm attending a Christmas party, I say I want afro. Because I'm attending a wedding, it's bone straight that I want. Because I'm attending my children's graduation, our interest. Even when people have needs, please, when you try to sell and you understand their interest, that's why we talked about question approach yesterday. When we talk about observing them, if I observe you over time, I know the person like these kind of things. It is easier for me to move you in that area. There are phones that I will never buy, no matter how fine, no matter how solid. So because I like phone with long battery life, if you bring a phone for me and I know that it's affordable, I need a phone, yes, and then you show me, I say this phone is very fine, it's like this, but that the battery need it to last, I can cut off. If I ask you, what's the stock battery, you say it's about 400 or 300,000, how do you call it? AMH, AMH, that's you're getting the teachable in physics. AMH, yes. And I say, no, what if it's, I want the one that has up to 5,000 or 5,000 plus AMH, and then you say you have that one. I look at the storage, that's the next thing that interests me with phone. And then you say the storage is about 128 gig or 256 gig. If you tell me that this phone with last battery storage is about 64, I will not listen to you. I'm looking for another one. Even at that, please. So when you want your sales to be easier, understand the interest of the person. Understand what exactly the person is looking for. Nothing in this world you will convince me to eat pepper soup. Because small pepper look as if I'm the problem of Nigeria. Nothing in this world. Somebody offered me pepper soup like 15 minutes ago. I say I will not eat. Not as if I'm not hungry, but I will not eat it. Nothing you will tell me. Because small pepper soup look as if the devil is after me. So, do I need food? Yes or no? I need food, but my interest, I want the one who don't get pepper. It's just like that. So when you sell for people and then you focus in the area of their interest, or you understand what interests them, understand exactly what is their preference, understand what is their pain point so that you can provide that solution, I can tell you with confidence that in cases like that, you will easily make your sales. Am I talking to someone? So don't think, like I have a friend, my papa used to do one thing like that. I would say, please, okay, I told him, he likes to see me with side beers. So recently I told him, I have a shoot for November first week. And they say I must have beers. Or they can still do artificial beers. Okay, keep my beers. And the guy, I started keeping my beers. So the young man will say, when I tell the young man, 3 months, he said, no, leave him. No. He has been doing it. One day I said, now you be my wife. What's this one? There's a way I like it. And if you know if you give me the way I like it, I'll go look for another person. You go barb me for hair, another person will shave me and give me the way I like it. So, and from that, another person will be shaving me. If the person touch the hair, I like it, you will lose me. The young man started listening to me. You need to understand what this person like, what interests this person. If you are selling food and that particular person you are selling food for likes it hot and you serve it cold, listen, the person, if he leaves you and start buying from others hot, you are in trouble. They may not come. Madam, use your food today cold. My microwave spoil. On gas. Gas costs now. And they go meet somebody that has 2 microwaves. Am I speaking to someone? Nigerian people. So interest is key. So understanding customers' interest is crucial for building customers' relationship and achieving success. And I made an illustration. Please keep it here. I told you something yesterday. No, go back. In a children party, for instance, you will understand that definitely parents who came for the children party, children fit day, everybody fit day. But let's say in a children party or in a children sometimes NTA used to host children party. Yes. And a lot of parents or few parents or guardians come out, attend with their children. And there is somebody selling popcorn. There is somebody selling Odogu bitters. Listen to me. These two things, we need them, Abi. People, I know. I'm not saying one will not sell. Both of them will sell. I'm asking a simple question. In that setting, which one think will sell most? A lot of people will be interested. So if I have to go there, I told you the one I use the Shiloh to set instance. I'm not, some will even still buy the Odogu bitter. Some of you are highly rated. So you want to be high every time. I understand. It is this fact. So be very attentive. You are going to open a kiosk in UST inside Uniport. You have to ask yourself what interests this student most. I can tell you that somebody who sells Onunu close to Buguma and somebody who sells Amala, you know what it means. If I go to Unilag and say I'm selling Onunu, and I go to Unilag and say I'm selling Amala, which one do you think will sell? Amala will sell. You are struggling and then you are saying somebody is chasing you. Nobody's chasing you sometimes. You should know that sales will come easier when what? There is interest. Are you hearing me? When you want to sell something for me, know what I like and give me what I like. When you give me what I like, I will do what you like. Do you know what you like? You like payment. Am I talking to someone? So if you like payment and I like satisfaction, why are you not giving me satisfaction? We roll it because of time. Push it up. The next thing on cracking the heart sales code. Sales are easier. Can we read it together? 1, 2, go. Sales are easier when there is trust. Ensure that you build a reputation that inspires likability and acceptance. Yes, because if people distrust you, you think they will just be buying things for you easily. We know say you be lie. You just can't give me something I buy, except you do juju. Even with your juju, there's a way people have lost confidence in you with your juju. Their own juju will tell them. Say no mind am. So it's important because you run a small business. It's important because you want people to buy. It is important for you to learn how to build trust. Listen to me. Write this on your paper. You can't buy trust, you build it. That's why even when they tell somebody, they hire people, pay influencers to come and do promotion for you. And they come and say, this is the best, this person knows how to do this person is this thing is this. Even after they say that, in less than 1 month, you will prove that you are not the best. It's in your character to tell lies. It's in your character to sell fake. It's in your character to deceive people. When they reach out and say, they call you. You said it was 1 month guarantee. And then your warranty. You gave me that warranty and then 1 month, less than 2 weeks, is not going, I don't know that warranty, what we meant by that warranty now. If 1 month, you never they use them. You just, Those of you who used to write no refund after payment. You know where you learned that in? No refund after payment. That's what you just feel. You think you are better than people who say if you use this thing within the period of time, if this fault is not from out of your own negligence and carelessness, please call us. I bought the TV somewhere and I called the people and they came, they fixed the TV. But they will call some of you, okay, no concern us. So as far as immediately you leave our shop. Immediately you are even demonstrating. And you think that I will immediately come back. How do people build trust? Let's talk about this. How do people build? Okay, for instance, this is my wife. This is what she does. She sells hair. Yes. I'm not going to give somebody free advert. Go to the next page. Not my wife. Not my wife. So if you buy it, okay, my wife sells hair. Because people I said in the video this thing. So they will not deprive me of my next child. That's the point that men can beg. Yeah. So that's my wife. She sells hair, and my wife doesn't have a physical store. So what she has is online store. So she advertises, check out Viviani's hair, at Viviani say on Instagram. My wife sells her for people in Port Harcourt, outside Port Harcourt. She ships her to UK, to US, to Canada. People buy. So imagine when people buy out of trust and they pay for Bone Street. You know, these women, they don't need tape. When they tell you 18 inches, when they see and they know. Am I lying? I don't know where you people learned it. No, this is not 14 inch. So they know you. That's how I know. A girl told me my feet. You're 5 feet tall. Not even up to 6 feet. Grave better pass you. So they know. Yes. So you buy and then out of trust, you say pay. And they pay before they receive their goods. So if people receive their goods and it is quite different from what they paid for, what you get is dissatisfaction. Am I making sense? She has had cases where people say, I noticed this. You must pay attention. Sometimes replace the hair. Sometimes send it back. Let me look at it. Sometimes this is the reason, but let's do it like this. People, you don't have a shop. Some of you are selling online. So because you're selling online, you don't have a shop. You are not scared. You just say, I get shop. Now, if you come there, hala. Me hala na. No, you're making a mistake. It is important. It's important. Moving on. So I say, if people hire you, buy your product, it fails to deliver, you lose trust, especially if it happens more than once. You don't buy trust, you build it. How do you build the trust? By what? Quality service, delivery, and product quality. The reality of reliability is that you get patronage, referral, or more of these two when you are tested and trusted. The only people who put tested and trusted in posters are our politicians. We know they are not trusted. But they will just write it there. And when you tell them, in this River State, one said, somebody said, well, you see what I hear? They said, also then tell this guy, say, nobody go vote for him. In to say, the last one will go there, then vote for me. Say, me they no vote. I don't need their vote. I know person what I need. Somebody that will just write it. That's what they need. So you test them, you don't trust them, they will still go in there. So yeah. But that's not the same case with you. I sell electronics, I sell TV. See what these people do. They have TV, they will tell you this non-tested. We never test this one, not trust this one. This one we will never test 50,000. This one we will test 80,000. But you know Nigerians will tell you, give me this one we never test. That simply means if you buy this one, no problem, it's on you. So if you buy this one, but let's think about this. If you said this one we never test 50, this one I don't test 80, and I pay 80,000, and I go back and I experience the uncertainty that comes with it, will I trust you again? But what a proper salesman would do, one of your job is capability. You have the ability to provide solution. If this thing acts like this one, please bring it back and change it. Sometimes at no cost. Are you getting me? Sometimes it is 5,000 that will do the difference. There is what we call customer's expectation. If expectation is not met, it is a mistake. If expectation, I don't buy things now. I don't buy things. Everybody in Nigeria is trying to cheat somebody. I went to a particular fuel station and then I paid for fuel then. Thank God they didn't try it now because now it's more than a criminal offense. If you cheat somebody for fuel now. And I paid 8,000 naira. And the girl was trying to put fuel for me, not up to 8,000. And when she reached, she stopped somewhere. I said, what happened now? Now 8,000. She said, oh, now 8,000. She said, now 3,000. I said, now you press this money. Now you press this money. Now you press this money. So you don't forget yourself. Gina said, sorry. Somehow they've done it to some other person, it works. A whole 5,000. You know what it means? A whole 5,000 naira. So that same station, one of the days, we were traveling with my friend. He branched the station and wanted to buy fuel. You know how these people wait the wrong route. The boy himself fuel finished. He comes and say, why you start where I never come? The boy says, sorry. He said, put time, I know where my meter go stop. Sadly, the meter no stop there. The guy said, no. This meters, now this line is supposed to stop. And they were arguing. My friend won the argument. You know what happened? because the manager knows him. When the manager came, he said, sorry, complete that fuel. Told my friend, sorry, and said, complete that fuel. Now, if you don't complete them, I know if you take your nonsense. Did you remove face and completed the fuel? And my friend, look, you don't reach. But God will punish you. My fuel gauge don't reach, but you will not reach your destiny. You lose trust. I have a friend, Engineer Gabi. So what happens is customer care line, the number when you click on Facebook or social media, you want to send WhatsApp message and make calls. Okay, the ones for calls are not with him. The one for WhatsApp message, anytime they do a sponsored ad, is the one who answered. He's the one who answers that call. And then one of the days he was talking to me, he said, because you can't trust employees, they sabi get mood swing, especially Port Harcourt girls. So their boyfriend can just annoy them. He said, oh, God, talk quick, and everything. He said, because I represent the customers, and the things that they do outside, I want to be the one getting the complaint. And over time, people have been complaining. Immediately he gets that complaint, so that he will maintain that trust. He will be so detailed, okay, call this number now. When you call this, it is me you're talking to. He will say, I've spoken with them, they will do this, he will follow up. And that has helped him to build trust and to get people who are angry, they will come back. And over time, it has also reduced that laziness and unserious attitude and poor customers' relationship. Because the staff now discover that if we do anyhow, Oga will get the complaint. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because some of you are entrepreneurs and there are people running your business. You must pay attention. Don't allow anybody break the trust that trust is worth millions of naira. How many of you know? Because the person that distrusts you will pay somebody else. And if that person was supposed to pay 50,000 times, was supposed to pay 50 naira for like 20 times, was worth over $1 million naira, or bring people that will pay you that 50,000 naira over and over again, and is not happy with you, the person will not come back. The referral will not come, because we've established the fact that trust will bring both sales, will bring referrals, will bring a lot. So be very conscious about it. Don't allow people distrust you. Don't allow people, somebody complained, said, you get one of your friends, I know if you give a show, he go either send somebody come, he just get the win they do in team, or he go come late. So because they've lost that trust with him in terms of punctuality, nothing. I have a friend, he's a musician, all of you know him very well. And one of the days, somebody wanted him, and then I called somebody, I beg, that the best for this person, I don't want to carry my hand, talk to them. So use your hand, talk to them. The person said, okay, ma talk to them. Before I call him, I go sign agreement, see if he no come, and I no go worry me. It's that bad. Say, even I just send me right up, say, talk to this person for us. If he no come, then a 50-50 chance. How do people want to buy from you? Is a 50-50 chance. Do you know that 50-50 chance for wanting to patronize you simply means that you will lose 50 people out of the 100 that would have paid you if you were trustworthy? Am I talking to someone in this place? Please tap your partner, say, please build trust. Tell them trust. So when people trust you, you sell easily. So people won't happily or consistently patronize. And okay, the next thing, let's move. The next thing, please. What makes sales easier next is capability. If you solve problem, provide solution, and prove that you understand your business, market, and customers very well, this display can make selling easier. The worst thing that can happen to you is to buy a DSTV or any decoder from somebody that does not know how to fix anything. To buy electronics from people who don't know. Just like I know that what I know best is to plug and make light come. So if my knowledge level is as plug it, make light come, your own knowledge level is plug it when light come. So when you now on, they give you remotes. You get out and they set and make color bright. I know Savio. I know Savio. You go manage and like that. So imagine if I miss somebody say, yeah, plug am. Okay, give me remote, and he starts setting it, make the screen bright. Yes, this one for inside this TV. If you watch this, go like this. You see this HDMI. I can easily talk to you. If I call you on phone, I say, sir, I bought that TV. I'm seeing one thing. It's like 3 dots. Okay, that 3 dots means fault. Bring it back. If I call you 3 dot, 666. So what is stand for? Use it like that. Use it like that. Some of you are selling product and you are clueless about your product. Some of you are selling product, you are not, outside this, let's talk about being informed in your market. That there are things you are selling, new version don't come out, Sabiam. Some of you do software and there is something better than what you are using. So if a client wanted to call you, have you heard of Adobe this? This people need a rest. They don't bring another one. But you need to understand that in today's world, you need to prove that you are capable. Somebody hires you and say, come fix my, come and fix my tap. And then you reach the place, that's where you want to do IT. Water don't pour everywhere. And even if you manage to fix it after 6 hours, I now mop my water, you think I will call you again? I will look for somebody. That's why I will tell people, build capacity. That's why we are telling people, equip yourself. Hire the best hands. Some of you have staff. The reason why you have them is because they are your relative. And let me tell you, if you like, take it from me. When you hire incompetent relatives, they are as good as having thieves. Because your staff will be thief going to steal your money. I think the ones that you will lose money when they steal your money, the ones that are your relatives that are incompetent are like thieves. You will lose money too. There's a business in this town. The business is going down. I've told them, it's not prophecy, it's prediction that the business will die. The man carried the wife, brother, now the manager. So he's not just managing, he's even razzling workers. That's how bad it is. What you don't even know. Sometimes you are tempted to mention names. So, and then I asked question. He now said the wife was telling him that people have been doing that instead of outsider to plan while you're chopping money, make insider do them. Are you normal? Somebody that is not capable. What's the opposite of capable? Not disabled for me. It would destabilize your business. Capability, the ability to provide solutions, solve problems. The ability, when you have that kind of ability, immediately anybody sees you like an expert, they can easily patronize you. That's why we're saying build capacity, because capacity building is what brings this capability that we are talking about. How can you have clueless people? You say you fix DSTV, and the person you send even pull log and can see that that you're getting in the right A48 dot something. I said, what's the meaning of this thing? 48 mathematics. But I picked my phone one time, I called and told somebody, please, I'm seeing this on my screen. What's the number you are saying? Immediately I mentioned the number. I said, okay, it means this problem. Do this to go out. Do you know that for that reason, now that person now still they call anytime I now when I packed, I moved into triple and the same person will fix this thing for me. If I call that person and that person cannot provide solution, problem. If I call my mechanic, some of you want people to patronize you. I say, I just drive my car, they hear so and so and so sound. Do you know that there are mechanics that will tell you why that sound is like that? Let me tell you a story. Please don't laugh at me. As a comedian, I made money sometimes. I can't rush, can't go buy a car. Then I was still living in Dew. See respect. Pathfinder, Ikuri landlord, they are moved to a Pathfinder. And my colleagues were even hailing me. So I was driving one of the days. I went somewhere, I parked my car. I came out, I was starting the car was not starting. I tried. I called my mechanic. He asked me, "Don't like this?" I said, "No." Like this? No. We just serviced that car yesterday, yes. Like this, all the questions I was saying, no. He said, "Where is it?" I described the place. He rushed down. Immediately came. This thing happened in 10 seconds. He said, "Chai." Immediately came. He said, "This kind of thing." He get one question, he collected the key. He entered. He did like this. He came out less than 10 seconds. I said, what did you do? He said, you carry car, put for drive off him. Oh, God, help me. Oh. So imagine it was a mechanic who came and my car they drive. You don't lose everywhere they sweat. Now, there many years ago, many months after, sorry, I had the same problem again. Maybe because I'm a workaholic, maybe I don't overstress, forget myself. And I call him, say, Nasika park, no. He just tell me, say, you don't like, remember the incident. He said, this. I said, no. This. I said, I better check. Remember, I get one time like that when your car they drive. Now, pick, oh boy, they drive. But guess what? So sometimes I have issues. I would describe my mechanic will say it's like this, and it's almost several times it's correct. Have you seen people like that? Several times. That is capability. So for him now, it's easy for him to sell for me. It's easy for me to patronize him. So if I go, my problem, I start the car, pom. He say, this is your car, you go meet your pastor, you go buy OPM sticker, put inside. Yeah, that's how clueless some of you are. So that cluelessness is the reason for the emptiness that you experience. When you check your account, there is no money or there is less money. There are people who will patronize you because you know how to make hairs very well. But imagine if you finish making somebody hair, you can't tell the person, the ending, I need to call Ifoma, the ending, Ifoma, they help me do them. I will just leave you. Ifoma will do. The next time I will meet Ifoma, I want to make my hair. There are some things you are doing, you are telling people, manage it like that. Am I making sense as I'm speaking to you? So you must build capacity. You must be capable. You must understand what it means to solve problems. Know what you are doing, the services you are rendering. Especially for those of you that are doing service-based business. Be very, very good at it. Be very, very good at it. A lot of the things I'm doing, if you tell me I'm having this problem, even people I talk to in business that have sales, they'll just come and say, Mayor, I know this, and then I will say, okay, I feel this, we'll cut call after 5 minutes. Like, 2-3 days later, as he talk, it's not about prophecy. It was not the Holy Spirit said I should tell you. It's because I've read a lot of books and I feel that if it is like this, we cause them. We move. How many minutes do I have? No go walk. No, they say 10 minutes. Now I get to. They say 10 minutes. Who gets show? Say you get 10 minutes. You 1 hour. 1 hour. When they come now, they say, we'll not pay you. The next thing is this. Move. Awareness. Sales are easier when there is an awareness. If you create a strong brand awareness, you can make sales. Awareness is about how well your product and brand identity can be easily recognized by customers. Represent the point of familiarity that represents the point of familiarity that the market shares with your product. Awareness. There are some of you people don't know what you do. And they make hair. Oh, wow! How long? 5 years. I don't know, see, they make hair. Have you experienced that before? Some people say, I don't know, say, be comment there. No, that's what I used to hear years back. There are people who like you that will buy for you, but they are not aware, like Buhari. They are not aware. They don't know. So why don't they know? It's simply because you've not made any investment that represents, you don't care about advertising. Like most of my colleagues, especially the musicians, used to do it. I asked one day, you're a musician. Every time you post girls, put someone where we are pant and bra, say I like the pockets behind. I see common sense cannot even tell you, say, if you want to see the full picture, click on the link, download the song. So people are not even aware of what you are doing. So imagine you sell tiger nuts and you are in a church and people in your church don't even know that this is what she shared. Where's that girl? She shared her story yesterday. Thank you. And yesterday I talked to you about approach. I don't know if you remember the 3 approach I talked to you about. Yes. Can you chorus it? Want to go? Premium approach, question approach, and product approach. And then when we talk about premium, question, and product approach, and she tried it. And because you give people your product to try, it becomes something you are somewhere. You don't even know that simple commot 5,000 naira, 3 face cap. We go say this furnitures, and wear to a particular place will make people know that you are into furniture making. You don't exhibit. You can't tell somebody, please take this 3,000 and do graphic design for me. What are you doing for people to be aware? Because if they are not aware, they will never enter your warehouse. That's what you need to know. People need to know what you do. People need to know this is what I can do. This is what I have been doing. This is what I will do for them. So even if I have need, and you are the person that can meet my need, you understand my area of interest, and I don't even know it is you, I can leave you and go and meet him and buy. And if I know, say, you go fit because of the way I like you, or the way we dey close, or because we are neighbors, or because your place is even accessible, I would have bought from you. We need to pay attention to awareness. You don't need all the boogers and gigantic budget. Please. Complimentary card, you don't. Is it now that I'm claiming that I'm big when I'm not, that I don't do complimentary card? Years ago, I will always do complimentary card. In plenty. I will be giving people as if I'm giving them bread of life. They will be, so please, this is my complimentary. Madam, please, this is my complimentary card. I did my sales section last month, and I told people, do you know that simply attaching what you do to your name, every time you shake somebody or introduce yourself, please, can I have 2 persons? Please, both of you come. Can give you money, can make somebody patronize you. Anytime they call you, like, first come, you know, like, say, those people in the back, and they say, I'm in the sleep. But you might not be in the sleep, or you can't allow her come pass you. Somebody give me another mic, please. Be fast with that. Let's do this. Please help out. Thank you. Okay, tell her who you are.
I'm okay. Okay, it's my name.
Give her. Tell him.
My name is Gift. I'm the fresh fruit boss.
It's still long. Give him again. Tell her who you are.
I'm okay. I'm a businessman.
You're still not serious. You go tell her. Because you need a fine wife now. You don't want a businessman. Which kind of business?
I'm Gift. I make fresh fruit juice.
Better now. Compare.
I'm okay. I deal on wares.
Yes. I don't want to okay, Malay. Okay, Malay. What are you in Malay? Okay, for instance, do you know they simply say, you say, what did they do, sir? I don't forget. You say, well, simply not wasting time. I'm okay. Sell female wears. She don't know seeing the sell female wears. Imagine say she in the plan to buy female wears. Maybe he had birthday, wedding. You shake. What's that your name again? Gift. Gift. Sell fresh juice. Fresh juice seller. It should not take too much. I'm okay. I sell female wears from Kogo, from Better Wears, original one. I think my container is boring. How many of you know? In few minutes. As simple as this. You shake me. Kill Baba, I'm a comedian. Pass. Then, now most people don't know me small. So there are 6 cities I go to, people don't know me. As a Kill Baba comedian. Stop introducing yourself without telling them that you are not idle. Without telling them that you are not a bastard. Without telling them you are not a bombastic element. People need to know. Without, some of you are shaking people here. You just step as a gift. And most of you are more, because I call you, you are tribalistic. I don't know what I will tell you now. I pray, somebody remind me before I go. I have a WhatsApp group. I teach people, most times for free, sometimes for nothing. I'll drop a number so that you will send a link. May they add you so that you will listen to me more. Maybe you will know. Some of you think it's about telling people where you come from. What will you do? Let's try it again. Where are you from? You tell him. Introduce your name and where are you from. Then let's do it again.
I'm Gift. I'm from Rivers.
I'm okay. I'm from Imo State.
Waiting this thing will help them to do now. Am I making sense here? Hey, this time too short to listen. Waiting. Okay, he's from River State. What will you gain? Do you need water? He's from Igbo. For instance, Imo State, have you? Imo State. Okay, Rocha status today. Have they scattered it? You are more interested, because you are tribalistic, you are more interested in telling people where you come from than telling people what you do. So you limit the opportunity to create awareness. Tell me one person here that you've informed. Anybody here, before now, you practice this thing I was saying. You were shaking somebody and telling the person what you do. You did it. Thank you. Still few. But your church, your street, your compound, everybody, this is as powerful, more powerful than billboard. I'm okay, I sell clothes. I sell female clothes. Pass. How are you now? Fine. Don't just introduce, because I know now. I know now. Where. Instead of you to ask the person, I hope everything is fine. How are you doing? You can say, no, I will not ask. They don't teach me that one. So immediately you just always tell people you look good. You are fine. How is everything? God bless you. I use those terms. I am loyal is my highest terms. You must be conscious about it. Print. If you belong to your church WhatsApp group, every time all the WhatsApp group you are sharing money devotion, like say tomorrow, no need. When you share money devotion, fine. Please, in the evening, in the afternoon. The evening is more powerful. Can you tell them what you do? Especially when it's the end of the month, people they take salary. Post what you do in WhatsApp group. Please put your hands together for them. There's no way this thing will work. If I don't finish this now, it will affect us tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to talk about the dynamics of social proof. The different ways you can also. Nah, wow. My time is up, 2 minutes more, but the next thing, sales is easier when there is a unique selling proposition. When you've established a factor or factors that makes your product or services more appealing to customers, you can make them buy easily. Let's say everybody is selling female clothes, and this guy say, I sell female clothes and we deliver to you. I sell female clothes. If you buy 3, 4, 5, we do this. I sell female clothes. I do that. I give you an instance. So this is my friend's company. He just started. It's called FlexiPay. So this is what FlexiPay does. Just like you have easy this, easy that. Yeah. And give anybody free mentioning. And you do this, and this company says, and in our style, you pay the market price. You know, if you do easy this, easy that, if the thing was supposed to be 150, you may likely pay 200. I don't know if you know that. So these people unique values. If it's 150, you pay 150. Then if you even pay half of the money, we'll send it down for you. And these people say, see how others they do their own. See how we they do our own. Our own is you pay the market price. I don't know how they are making money. I will ask them. You pay the market price. And the other people say, well, when you don't pay the market price, you must add this. You get my point. But because I know that from these people, their own uniqueness is, I will pay cheaper. Will you want to buy from them? It happens. Even as small as you say, I am electrician. I am electrician. I am electrician. That you can make it say, every time I fix people's lights, I will dash them one free bulb. There's somebody that will always call you because of that one free bulb. Even if that one free bulb, or you carry 2 free bulb, that may not cost you up to 3,000 naira. And when you are charging, sometimes add that 3,000 for their charge. If you normally will collect 15,000 naira, price stop for 18. You don't pay 3,000. Am I talking to people here? This part, cut this part from the video. They will not say, I don't spoil Nigeria, lately. But sometimes you can even let go of the 3,000. It's worth the investment. If I repair bulb from this, I repair light, anything electrical in these people, I have some spare bulb. I will go around and say and change bulbs for free. The one that are dead or that have stayed too long, buy original bulbs because it's your own first die. Come, if I leave ammo, Nigerians when I like cheap thing. The man people put 500 naira bulb, you go buy 150. Go be say small turn that the bulb, then go. But that man can be impressed, can just say, just imagine. Just imagine. I'm a plumber. You just plan it that every time I fix somebody's this, I will ask them, outside this thing I fix, which thing that is not too expensive that I can do for free. That's our style. I don't know whether you get my point. You need to have something that differentiates your business from others. If you say you do this, what is different about you? Your USP sets you apart from others and give you an edge. Your USP is that extra that can add extraordinary value. It highlights the extra benefit people get by patronizing you. The next thing is this. Sales is easy when there is social proof. If people or your prospects are good, give good review, good testimony. I told you about social proof yesterday. A statement about your product. Selling to them will become easier. Because I don't hear say Lumati say KO. A lot of people are patronized. KO very clean. KO very punctual. KO very like this. When you get positive review, push it out there. Put something on that screen. The next slide. Let me read something for you. For instance, every time you see posts like this, comment. Don't wait until somebody say thunder fire. You go fire you too. That's what most of you do. When it's good, like we run one radio show on Fridays, Comedy House of Assembly on Super FM. I don't know how many of you have listened to it before, from 8:15. Anytime we praise politicians, oh, we can try this flyover, they walk, it's good now, this flyover, nothing. The day we say, waiting flyover, they find for Rumokuta. Waiting flight, they don't call Shigo, your boys, the way they are turning, please advise them sometimes. When we are saying good things, they need to warn you. They need to complain. Just bad. That is where some of you are running your business. Because you can pass good posts. Like say, an amazing chocolate shop. Every chocolate was on its own unique experience. Nothing was too sweet or overwhelming. I could have eaten the entire box in one sitting. I highly recommend this place, especially their gift. You see what you will do? Thanks. Tell the person thank you so that others can tell you things too to receive your thank you. Sometimes tell you thank you, but we'll give you extra. We'll add an extra. Say for stopping in, see you soon. We can package in an individual box. Tell the person another thing you can do that is unique. Do you know that some other person can say, okay, this is your individual box. Give me. So you don't have to worry about eating it once if you want. Like this. There are a lot of good comments. Sometimes it's on your WhatsApp screen. Grab it. We just got a very wonderful message from you. See all of you that are here? See all of you that are here doing this free class. I want to give you a job. My name, follow me on Facebook. Search KO Baba. Search. Wicked people, they will not open their phones. See, lose your hand. Lose your hand. Lose your hand. If not only this one I achieve. Search KO Baba. KOBABA. Search it there. The same, I need your social proof. When your experience in this whole sales class, you write it there and tag me on Facebook so that I want to be sharing and screen grabbing them. By the time I share 10 people, madam, lose your hand, search me. You people don't want to support short people. You know, just say, I don't know what thing we do when I hate us like that. You people are behaving as if we are not Christians. You looking at us, short people with bad eye. Have you searched? Follow me. I will know how many of you follow me. Yeah, about 200 here. So if I don't see 300 people followed, I will just know I'm in the teach witches and wizard. Yes. So your job for me is that you will do social proof for me. Make comment and say, I got one yesterday. I will post later. Somebody sent me on WhatsApp. You can send on WhatsApp or anything. But listen to me. I take God, never beg you. It's one of the most important tools for sales engineering. It's a psychological phenomenon because people are listening and looking up to what others are saying about you before they can make decisions. Fine. The last one here for today is this. I will leave the rest and I will stop here last. Please take note. Sales is easier when there is affordability. No matter how much you try to sell, you will always struggle if you are to make sales to people that can't afford your product or services. You are going to bring Lamborghini, come and give me my buy. Can I afford it? No. You move and meet Davido, for instance, meet Basket that has the money. You are talking and showing them futures and everything because they can afford it. You are trying to sell with on to people that we've even Ghana within the plate on Saturday, they never pay. If they tell them of 250,000 naira, mother never pay for Ghana with him. Move. Look for who is wearing that kind of hair. You see, this man used to wear expensive hair. This rate. Sell for this woman. You are going to look for somebody that does not take tablet. Say their church. They need to take tablet. You want to go and sell your BOGO cleanser. Interest no day. I agree. But do you know that there are people that cannot afford that BOGO cleanser? You like say now 1,000 naira. Their mind, when you say 1,000, you don't they turn around bole. Affordability. When you are doing your sales plan, this thing I'm selling is how much? I sell t-shirt, I sell trousers, I sell shoe, 15,000 shoe. Comedians can easily buy. How can I get close to comedians? Since they wear shoe every weekend, so they can buy this. They can afford it. They pay them 100, 200, 300 for shoe. Civil servants will look at this. Minimum wage 30,000. I cannot buy 50. The last one never chopped soul. Man, still they manage them. But for us comedians, because we're always snappy with it, we want to have several. I don't know whether you get my point. Affordability is important. Can this person afford this thing? Make effort towards that person. If they cannot afford it, why are you trying to push hard? Move to where they can afford it. There is interest. There is need for it, no doubt. The person know you because you've done awareness. But this guy, you know if you afford them. Sometimes mama just die. You know if you do anything at that point. Sometimes he's broke. There are some rich men you see they are broke. You want to go and sell a house for the man. It will not. Your sales will struggle. Your sales will do what? Struggle. Ladies and gentlemen, because of time, I've been able to convince you. If I had the next slide, you will see no verse. This one people are saying now, when the committee begin gossip me, I no go there. He just took time teaching rubbish. But also for this, but then they write to. If I had my time, I would tell you when Hypo was competing with Jig, Hypo noticed that if they can have a size that is affordable for 50 and 100 naira, they will sell more. It worked for them. Are you hearing me? Sometimes now your price, they pursue business for you. I'm not saying you sell yourself cheap, but I'm saying do not price yourself in a way that people cannot afford you. When you start doing high price, look for high class people. And that will make your selling easier. That will make your selling easier. I'll do this. I'll give you this number and then, honestly, I'm giving your number out. I'll give you a particular number and then they will add you to a WhatsApp group where weekly or monthly I teach about sales and marketing, most especially for free. You don't be alive. You know they pursue me. You they even tell me, say, man, don't go anywhere. That is with me. Please take this number. Take this number. This sales class is every day apart from Saturday. I can't do it on Saturday because on Saturday I am the keynote speaker for the morning section, so I won't do it on Saturday. Take 0816. Let me give you this one, 0816. Please, for only people that I take God's name, beg you. Don't come there now and come and be telling me, say, your mama swallow shovel. They need money for operation. Please. Your mother swallow shovel. I'll tell you, say my mama swallow caterpillar. 0816 415 3659. So what you do when you send him hi, when you just send him hi from Make in Nigeria, he will add you to a WhatsApp group. Honestly, just the first 50 persons will be enough. The person, honesty, that's the guy that owns the number. It's not as if he's an honest person, but that's his name. Because for Nigeria, they give people name where they know be. Somebody will tip my phone for you, name na Messiah. Messiah, thief my phone. Pastors, then they do and pass. Pastors go just they name their children spiritual. You go to their house, everywhere look like say in a Bible school. One pastor get twins, the other one a prayer, the other one a deliverance. Get daughter where they answer salvation. Get another daughter sanctification. Get faith, get holiness everywhere. And the children very stubborn, they scatter house. Just go house and they complain for their father. That is not me, it was sanctification that pushed it, then holiness now scatter it. Because the fruit of the spirit are doing evil things. Honestly, the number is not showing on WhatsApp. Where is honesty? When you need them, they no go. Why wouldn't it show on WhatsApp? What's it happen? Okay, let me check the number. Maybe WhatsApp for the group. I want to know verse. Please, I want the chairs for the panel section to be arranged before John Best will be coming up. Now the number there now. Which one I type? 08. Which one be? Wait, 0816. No, 6359. Sorry. 635 is old age. Whoa, I don't go old. You think it seems to be 80 something years? 0816 415 6359. Sorry, old age 6359. 0816 415 6359. So when maybe you send him, he will add you to the WhatsApp group as fast as you can. How many of you have gotten value? You have gotten value? Is it so much value? Yes, tomorrow is another loaded. Please, I need the chairs for the panelists to be arranged. Tomorrow is another very loaded day. Tomorrow and Saturday. We end on Saturday evening. Tomorrow we are still going to have some sections, run some sections. Tomorrow 2 speakers again in the morning. When we get to the last 3, and then we'll have another one. We are going to hold the master class, and then we have a panel section, and then we'll have the last speaker. Listen, let me prep you. If you don't know, go to Facebook and ask who is Olumati Isaiah now, because he's also another soft talker, but he's going to blow your mind. Please put your hands together for our keynote speaker this evening, Olumati Isaiah. He's definitely going to blow your mind. And he's here, he will be speaking. The panel section will be brief. And after the keynote speaker, we will just close for the day. We've had a very outstanding and wonderful day. Yes. At this point in time, I want to remind you, you want to win a land, courtesy of Bamboo Real Estate. The raffle draw tickets are available for 1,000 naira. The ushers will move around with it. Please buy. Our exhibitors are downstairs. Now, please, you see those women that came from PAP. I want you to do something. Some of you were not prepared for it, but tomorrow, please. They came from Bayelsa, and I like them because most of them are mothers. Please, when you are coming, put 5,000 naira in your pocket to come and patronize them. Do it for them. You people will be around tomorrow, Mama. Yes, to come and patronize them. I saw some of you are selling palm oil. Yes, an original palm oil. Correct palm oil. Una dey use am, correct. I do like put the work for test. The room is very good. You don't sleep here before. You never sleep. You know, say the room is very good. How? Yeah. The people where they serve for a restaurant, then they go chop outside, and then go tell you the food is sweet. I asked one of them, can you buy food 12,000? He said, no, but how did you know that? He said, I used to perceive it. I said, yeah, let me perceive. Ladies and gentlemen, our host for this day, please put your hands together for John Best Uche.
Am I the only one that is affected by this, this light? All right, once again, a very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it that you find it pretty difficult to answer my greetings? A very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Because I know they're hard on you guys, so because I say very good evening. If I say good evening, now if you answer, Abi? All right, put your hands together for yourselves. Put your hands together for yourselves now. For staying through all this while, right? Morning, because of value, because of knowledge, you're thirsty for knowledge, you're hungry for knowledge and value, you're here since morning. But there are so many who are out there doing or wondering about without, focus and all of that. But you're here, and I celebrate you for that. Would you like to celebrate yourselves too? I'm celebrating you, but you don't want to celebrate yourself. No wahala. All right, moving straight ahead, we want to have our panel session now. And I would like you to join me to welcome these amazing individuals here on stage, who are our panelists. In no particular order, join me to make welcome on stage. Mr. Victor Ehiogu, we'll call him Mr. Prof. Put your hands together for him. If you don't clap, I'll ask them to stay back. I've told you times with that number that you need to celebrate my guests. If you find it difficult to celebrate people, I wonder how you would want to be celebrated. Sit anywhere as a king. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome on stage Tonye Briggs, the Jagaban of Port Harcourt, founder Port Harcourt in Pictures. You're not clapping. Some of you've not seen her before. You never knew the face behind Port Harcourt in Pictures. You're seeing her for the first time. Please make yourself comfortable. All right. Also to join me here on stage is Jane's Diary. Yeah, Jane Diary. She's a YouTuber. Please put your hands together for her. Amazing people. Wow. Okay, I think it's balanced. Right? It's balanced. We have you're going to join your colleague there. You're going to join her, so that I'll sit here. Okay. Pretty queens, you're welcome. Why not they laugh? Are they not pretty? Huh? She's laughing. Why is she laughing? Pardon? All right, handsome king. All right, thank you. Oh, really? But you didn't wait for me to, finish what was in my mind now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be discussing the accountable creative. That's the topic we're discussing, and I would like you to prepare your questions. We're going to start, and then in a few minutes' time, I would entertain questions from you. All right? Because this particular topic has to do with, you, most of the times, who happen to be the clients of these creatives. Are you getting my point now? So you're going to be asking them certain questions, right? Okay. So to start with, actually, I want to find out from the Jagaban of Port Harcourt what she considered to be accountability. Let's start on that note. What is accountability to you?
Good evening, everybody. Good to be in your midst. So, from my own perspective, to be an accountable creative is to be able to be committed to what you are. So, for example, my brand is called Port Harcourt in Pictures. What it means is that for us as Port Harcourt in Pictures, what we're doing as a brand is that we're posting pictures about Port Harcourt. So I'm talking about from the brand perspective. Now, the day you see me post a video about Lagos, it means that I'm not true to my brand. The day you see me post a video about Ghana or South Africa, it means I'm not true to my brand. So to be accountable like creative means, first of all, to stick to your vision. So as a creative, you need to understand why. You need to know your why. Why are you doing this and follow through? For some of us, we start off as probably musicians or probably photographers, but along the line we're drifting. So nobody knows what you're up to, and nobody knows what you can be held accountable for. So to be an accountable creative is to know what you're committed, is to be committed to something, do it, follow through, and stick to your vision as a creative. Thank you very much.
All right. I think she deserves some applaud. All right. Mr. Prof, you want to say something?
No, am I going to take that same question?
Go on, please.
Okay,
That's your own perspective. Yeah.
You asked what is accountability, right? Yeah. And I'll define it from my own understanding as a creative. Yeah, being accountable, accountability is basically being responsible. Yeah, and being that person that is always ready to give satisfactory explanation for your actions. Keyword: satisfactory. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Jane, how accountable are you as a YouTuber?
Okay, like she said, he also said something about being responsible. Because if you even check the meaning, if you want to check the meaning of accountability, the similar word is still being responsible. So when I started my channel, I started it 3 years ago, but I was already doing content on Instagram, Twitter, just for fun. And then I was like, okay, let me just do YouTube. And when I started it, I did not even know it was even paying at of that time. So I started it without no plan. So it was obviously not me being accountable. But immediately was, I think, ending of last year, I had my goals sorted out, the kind of content I want to create, my niche, and everything fell into place. And then I was finally monetized on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I mean by being accountable as a creative.
Okay, all right. That's it. Is there a difference? Is there a difference between accountability and integrity as creatives? Do you see a difference between accountability and integrity?
I don't think there is it's still same thing. It's just like you already having a goal. For example, there are brands that reach out to me in this city, even outside Port Harcourt. And my answer is no, because it doesn't stand with my brand. So I won't do it. So that's integrity. It's just like some people saying that they will take some of all these organic products, they are not using it, but they will do a video and create content and lie to their followers saying, this is the best. As I did tell you, it will work. But it is not working and they are lying. So that is not integrity, and that's not being accountable to your brand and to yourself.
Talking about that, I think if a creative is being given a deal to, put out, and he or she, agrees and he or she does it, that is, the person has given, has delivered now, isn't it?
Okay, can I take that? Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Personally, I think there's a difference between accountability and integrity, right?
Okay.
You can afford to be accountable and not have integrity. Integrity is like staying true to yourself. I mean, to do this thing like you stay true to yourself. Just like I was coming here, I came earlier, right? Or I came by 4:30 or thereabout. Now, I can explain, okay, I passed through GRA down to this place. This is me being accountable, right? But if I had come later than the agreed time, right, I could just make up something and say, okay, I had accident and I had to go to the hospital and all of that. Now, that's not me being, I'm not showing integrity, right? I'm making up for it. I could be accountable for that, but that is not me being right to myself. That's not me being true to myself. So there's always a difference.
That's an incident, something that happened. And
I could make that up, and it's accountability, right? Okay. It's satisfactory. I can tell you this thing actually happened, just the way our regular politicians do. They are being accountable to you, telling you, okay, this is what happened, but they're not staying true to themselves, which is the lack of integrity.
Okay, let's take it this way. A lot of times we have issues, all right, issues in quote actually, where most of the time, so to say, creatives are very independent. Most of the times they are freelancers. Most of the times they do not have physical offices. Most of the times they are not under, in quote, anybody. Do you get the point? And it's pretty difficult, because of that, it's pretty difficult to have clients reach out to them, confront them in cases where they fail to deliver and all of that. So how have you, okay, let me ask you, Mr. Prof.
Okay.
Have you had issues of delivery, quality, and probably the client say, okay, I didn't get value from, what? Just be sincere to us.
In all sense of sincerity, I've never had one. In all sense of sincerity. I'm not so careful. I wouldn't say I'm so careful, but at least I'm very careful. So I've never had such experience. I believe you're alive, so it's fine. It's arguable.
Okay, Jagaban, Tony, how do we control this? How do we, hold creatives accountable in having, cited these instances where we know that these creatives, they do not have offices, they are not employed by no company, so to say. They're just individuals, just freelancers that we cannot hold, we can't see most of the times. How do we hold them accountable in that case?
So just like I said in my opening speech, I believe, first of all, is knowing your vision. If you know your why, you'll be able to be held accountable. Because if somebody, the Bible even says, write the vision, make it plain. So if there's no why, there's no how, if there's no ABC and somebody does CBA, you wouldn't know if it is right or not. So I feel like the only way you can hold this person accountable is by knowing the vision, knowing what you're about. If we know that, okay, making Nigeria is about this, and then it goes otherwise, it's easier to put the person back in line, bring a creative back to line. So first of all, creatives need to understand that, first of all, before money, integrity is very key. Your vision, what you're about, if you know that your brand is based on trust, on quality, please stick to it, because the day that you deviate from trust or providing quality, we're going to hold you accountable, and then your integrity begins to reduce before us. Now, one thing that has kept me as a brand in Port Harcourt is I've stuck to my vision. I keep using myself as an example. So you see us promoting for the past 7 years. We've decided that, okay, we do not, of course, like my colleague said, there's been juicy offers from other brands, other cities, do this, do that. But we've been able to say, okay, no, this is what we want to. We want to promote Port Harcourt City regardless. So we are sticking to this. And that's what has helped us as a brand. So for creatives, I believe that first and foremost, your vision needs to be clear-cut. You need to have clear-cut strategies on what you're doing as a brand. In that way, it's easy for you to even hold yourself accountable. Because if you don't hold yourself accountable, trust me, it's even hard for others to even hold you accountable. And then you will see people have different views about you as a brand. If there's no clear-cut strategy about you as a creative.
All right, Mr. Prof, you want to say something?
Okay, you asked a question how to hold creative accountable. Yeah, it's as simple as never deal with a creative without a contract. Right, this is for the receivers. Make sure you
Take that again.
Never deal with a creative without a contract, right? Okay. Even if you can't afford a lawyer, as simple as, I call it informal agreement on WhatsApp chat. If I'm dealing with somebody, if you're coming to us, and you want us to do something for you, on that chat, I'll try to push some conversations that will serve as an evidence aftermath, right? If I could keep up to my own part of the bargain and you don't keep up to your own part, that serves as an evidence. So you on the receiving end, don't deal with a creative without a contract. Contracts not be the one they give from Wiki and all of that. No, I'm not talking about that. A simple paper. CEO, you said you will buy my perfumes at a price. Okay, you sign here. Even if they have to sign, there is what we call handwritten agreement as well. I don't know if lawyers, right? Principal is here, yes. So just for something very simple, and then it makes the person accountable. Oh, you said you would do this for me, but I got a picture. You said you would post for me. I didn't post it. This is where you said it. Please post it or refund my money. It's as simple as that.
Okay, how about Mr. Prof? Okay, Jane, be very sincere to us now. Very sincere, like always. Okay. Have you, not about you now, have you gotten any case or have you been told about a colleague of yours that misbehaved in terms of gave this young man or this lady a job to do, but he or she failed? Either he didn't post, maybe for the influencers, he didn't post, or maybe it didn't yield the needed result. Have you had such, complaint?
I haven't had any complaint about those that I know. Because most of the time, the issue comes from when people go for all these bigger influencers. And let's say, those people that have like 1.8 million, 100K, stuff like that. That's why most brands right now go for macro influencers, those followers, those ones that have more genuine community. That's what I would say. Because if you go to, let me not call a name, but there's this particular person that you go to, and he gives you or she gives you, let's say 3 months time, after paying you, that, I'm not going to post this thing now, but I will post it in 3 months time. Sometimes they forget. And sometimes I've had stuff like that, but I don't think you have issues with most influencers in Port Harcourt or people that have like less followers.
Wait, we have Port Harcourt people here now. We have Port Harcourt people here. Hello, Port Harcourt, oye. All right, do we have questions for them? You have questions for them? A live question, are you ready for a question? They are your creatives. They want to hear from you. And they want to learn from you as well. All right? So if you have any question, actually, please feel free to ask. Okay, Tony. Okay, you want to say something?
Okay. So for me, I also wanted to add that creatives are also human beings. So I'll still go back to clear-cut strategies. So when you come up with strategies that you want us to do for you, also come up with realistic strategies. You can't come and give an influencer a value that is not measurable to their worth, and then you expect them to give you 100%. It doesn't work that way. So one thing I also encourage is to be able to even know to work effectively with a creative, also harness the value for value exchange. It's easier that way than you squeezing a creative to do. Trust me, the truth is, if you're expecting a favor from a creative and the person doesn't meet up or doesn't do that favor, you automatically term the creative you say the creative did not deliver, but you've forgotten that you and 10 others are also on that creative's neck looking for a free favor. So what I would advise is also help with creatives. We have a lot. I'm sure some of us have noticed that the best tailors, the best designers do not ever meet up. The best tailors do not ever meet up because there's a lot of work on them, because a lot of people want their clothes in 10 seconds. They want their clothes for Friday made on Saturday, made on Thursday. Designers, we give them. You do graphic designers, you do free jobs. For we influencers, you tell us, no be just to post, no be just to. So I feel like for you to also get the best from creatives or from us in the creative industry, it's better for you to give us preferred value for value solutions that are measurable to our worth. I think it helps us deliver 100% too.
In other words, these creatives are not magicians. All right? You've given them a task to, something to do. You also have your own homework to do, right? They work hand in hand with you. They are not there to, go to your village or go to your community to bring these people out. For instance, those of you that will say, hey, do influence for me. And you think influencing, I think it's about meaning, it's about understanding what it means to influence. There's a difference between, you creating publicity and there's, the difference exists between that and when you want somebody to actually, sell. How do I put that now? I don't know how to. Most of the times, these people, they just put your business, your brand, in the public, right? And then it gets that reach. There is a need, another thing you need to do, right? There are other strategies you need to actually put in place to get your tickets. Using that as an instance now, sold out and all of that. I'm not saying that the influencers will not do all of that, yeah? They are very good at that. They do that a lot. I think we have questions already. Oh my God. I've been asking her before, and I don't get question. And I don't. Might see her. I see that young man there. Can I have microphone there? Okay, madam, I see you. Give to the young man there. All right, please be on your feet. Quickly, you can ask. We are hearing. We are hearing, please. Start.
Let him say mic now.
Because of time, we'll try to be very brief, so that they will also respond briefly.
All right. This is actually a very personal question directed to, I know all of you are influencers. Mr. Prof, I see you. Port Harcourt pictures.
I see you too.
All right, please, I need to be very direct. How long does it take to make a post? Like, I need a job to be influenced for me online. How long does it take and how much does it cost? Does the price varies? Like, I need to know. It's something personal and I want to know it. Thank you.
I don't know if I'm to take that question or photocopy in pictures, but my brother, price will always vary in Jesus' name, because if you're bringing a campaign, a political campaign, you understand, it's different from an SME, you understand. And so price will vary, depends on dollar rate and what you are bringing. You got that?
Okay,
So
thank
for
you.
me, I was going to say there's a difference between influencing, content creation, marketing, influencer marketing, and also blogging. So the issue is some of us mistake blogging for influencing, for content creation, and for marketing. So if you want me to just make a post on my page, trust me, if you make your payment now, in the next 1 hour or 2 hours, it's done. If you want me to create content for you, trust me, content only comes from God above. You can't expect me, and for me as a brand, I make sure I don't do the same type of content for the same kind of brand. So it would take me about 2 to 3 days to create content, unique content to your brand. Now, if you want me to do influencer marketing, that means converting your content into actual sales. It won't take 5K, it won't take 10K, it won't even take 20, it will take 200K. So the thing is, some of you come to us with 5K for posting, and you want us to do content creation and influencer marketing, and it's not going to work that way.
And then there's something else. Some people pay for something.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's say just one photo, and they expect all your followers to immediately come to their page.
Yes,
You have to understand that if you want it to convert, you have to work with this brand or with this influencer for at least 3 months or 6 constantly for them to always post on their story, post on their page and everywhere. So someone will know that they are carrying this brand. Wherever they go, they know that this brand, I'm standing for this brand. So you don't expect to just make payment for one post and expect they will not even take you seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we have somebody that wants to ask a question.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Ellen Inafa Bob, and my question goes to Jagaban Port Harcourt. Well, I will want to, disagree to some extent to what you describe to be the best tailors, that they do not meet up, then they are not best tailors. Now, I want to put accountability in one simple sentence.
Madam, are you asking a question now?
Yes, I'm saying something because we are here to learn, isn't it?
We are here to
okay,
learn.
please, so let me just have the floor a little. Now, accountability in my own description is content delivery to the consumer's satisfaction. You got it? Content delivery to the consumer's satisfaction.
That's taken. So
yes,
your question
that's
now.
accountability. So
Thank
now,
you.
if value is the worth of something in monetary terms, I am paying for value. I want to get that content from my supplier. And if that is it, those tailors who don't meet up are good tailors. Because if they are good tailors, they will deliver in time, because time is very important in our service delivery. So for us to take home, everybody who is into creativity or innovation or whatever, you must take time into serious consideration and make sure within that time limit, you deliver the content that you have been able to tell the people that you have. That is why I said content delivery in what? Time And for the consumer satisfaction is
just-
what
just
I'm
all right.
question.
What's the
Thank
question?
you.
Okay, let's get the question now.
The question,
Okay.
please.
It's time
No,
for the
so the
question.
question is that nobody should say accountability is because I'm just adding.
Finish.
I am adding.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, so I
Thank
am
you.
adding. I'm only adding as what people need to take home with.
All
Thank
right,
you very
your
much.
contribution is
Is
noted.
she defending
Let's
the
put your hands
wait.
together for her.
John,
Okay, yes.
is she defending the tailors?
Not.
Justice for the tailors.
Is she defending the tailors?
I think she just made a point. She has made a point. That's what. She just made a point. All right, are we together, please? Do we have more questions? Okay, let's give to him. Okay. Quickly.
Yes, my name is Donald Long John,
All right.
a catering consultant. Please, my
One house, please.
question goes to the YouTuber, self care, is this self care creative?
Self-care content creator.
Yes. So I want to ask this question: what does it take for someone who is newly in YouTube, uploading different pictures, maybe on training and some other site jobs you have, uploading them? What does it take? How many months and years does it take for a YouTube to verify such account or handle?
Wow.
For you to be verified or for you to be monetized? To be monetized, right? Okay, so it depends on how your content is. So now, you are meant to have 4,000 watch hour and 1,000 subscribers. But recently, YouTube changed it to 500 subscribers and reduced the watch hour. But the thing now is that we're in Nigeria. So it has gone to some countries, but not yet in Nigeria. So you're still doing 4,000 watch hours. And 4,000 watch hours means 240,000 views. Meaning people watch your videos 240,000 times. Even everybody here watch my videos now, I will still not get monetized. I need more than that. So now you have to create good content. You have to be sure of your niche. What are you posting? Like you said, you're a caterer. Just post only catering stuff, but let it be how to. It means that you're giving value. You're teaching somebody. Don't show us how you go about going to fruit garden to buy something. Show us how you do it to give us value. And then if you get up to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hour, then you get monetized.
All right, we have another question. Okay, let's take him. Thank you. Be very brief.
Good evening. So I want to ask, I'm throwing the question to the
It's not
panelists.
on your mic.
Good evening. So I'm throwing the question. Can any of you share any project that challenged your creativity and how you overcame it?
All right, they want to learn from maybe challenges, the challenges you've got, or some challenges you may have encountered as a creative in your various fields. Thank you very much for that question.
So for me, the only challenge I've ever had was being a Christian creative and working in the creative industry. So for instance, I started off as Port Harcourt in pictures, posting about pictures of Port Harcourt. But guess what? A beer brand, I go to church, I pray, I work with the pastor. But a beer brand comes and pays me 500K to come for 1 hour to promote the content in the night, and I must wear bomb shorts. Or I must come and create a content for a beer brand, and I must be holding a beer brand even though I don't drink. That has been very challenging for me. So my question has been, how do Christian creatives thrive in the creative industry? Because they say give unto Caesar what belongs unto Caesar. You can't go and wear jalamia in a nightclub event. You're covering an event. So for me, it's been challenging. And I ask my fellow people who are photographers, who are DJs, would you say you're a Christian as a DJ and not go and play in the club? Would you say you're a Christian photographer and not go and snap in a Muslim community? Would I say I'm an influencer or a blogger and I will not go out in the night? I mean, this morning I got to my house 2 a.m. today because I was working overnight. So for me, one of my challenges is being a Christian creative in the creative industry. I won't say in the worldly or ungodly, because creativity is from God. So I believe that. So my own challenge for me is being a Christian creative in the creative industry. And I'll ask you now, as a Christian girl, should I reject those jobs and keep waiting for 5,000 naira from my friends? or go for the 500,000 naira job that pays me for 1 hour. So that's been my challenge. Thank you very much.
Just before Mr. Prof, talks, give us something. I'm so excited that after this panel session, we have the principal here who will be speaking, and then he's also taking note of all these questions and the contributions, the discussion here of the panelists. So you've got a lot to learn even after now, right? So let's go on, Mr. Prof.
All right, let me answer my brother. So challenges I've been facing here. First of all, let's understand who a creative is. When we say this creative, I don't know if the definition is just for we. It's just Jane, Toya, and Victor that is a creative. No. So long as you can bring ideas to life, you are a creative. You understand? And it's the same problem we are sharing, my brother. Funding ideas. My brother, bringing ideas to life costs a lot of money. It will always be money. It will remain money. And if I'm looking for money. Do you understand it?
All right. Thank you very much.
My challenges would be, first of all, sometimes you want to create content, you need a very good environment for me. Like, if I am not in a place where it's calm, there is light, like there is no light, there is no data, and then that's why right now you notice in Port Harcourt, studios are really trending. Like, you pay per hour to go and create content. You see some fine pictures online. It's not our houses, so we pay. Do you understand? So it's still going back to the money. And then another thing, your friends and your family will not support you till you blow. I'm telling you. Like, I posted, nobody believed till I got monetized, and I got 1,000 subscribers. I moved to 2,000 subscribers. People did not care till when they started seeing that I was doing so. And I said, okay, our YouTuber. So yeah, that's it.
All right. People are very quick to identify with what is,
Success has many friends.
Super. And failure. You know what it means. All right, we have another question there. Quickly. I think how many more minutes do we have? Yeah? Maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll be wrapping up this session.
Good evening. Okay, I have 2 questions in one. And the questions are, I want to know the difference between content creating and online marketing. Like, is it the same thing, or can it be blended together? And the next question is, how best can I utilize online marketing in the most cheapest, efficient way? In a sense, as you are a content creator, if I should come to you to market what I sell or what I offer as services, what is the best route to go through that it will be cheap and it will still be efficient?
Okay. I think your question is taken. Prof, would you want to respond to?
So the first question is, let me get it.
The difference between online marketing and content creation.
If they are the same thing, he asked. Well, I think they are the same thing. They are the same thing.
You are creating content to market, to do marketing online, right? That's what I'm saying now.
Content creating and online marketing. Are they different? And if they are different, can they be blended together to achieve a purpose? And if they are similar, what is the similarities? That's what it is.
So I beg to differ. They are different. So content creation is bringing your idea to life, while marketing is consistent. So content creation can be one-off. Marketing is continuous. Coca-Cola has a lot of content, but you see that up until today, they still market Coca-Cola because marketing is converting it to sales. So I can just create content. So content could be entertaining, educative, or informative. That's content creation. Marketing is now converting all those things into sales. So yeah, so you get. So there's a difference. Marketing. So that's why when I made a statement, which I think the woman that was trying to counter is.
She didn't
as a creator, you come to me for content creation, but you're expecting online marketing. Jane made a statement. Marketing doesn't take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. In fact, it takes 6 months. And that's why I tell people to take a cue from Coca-Cola. Almost every country, they know Coca-Cola. But guess what? Till tomorrow, Coca-Cola still does marketing. They have different ways of making. I mean, there was a time they did they created content of using people's names on bottles. And it trended. I'm sure if you look forward to this Christmas, they'll come up with another content creation and another marketing strategy. So there's a difference for me. Oh, it's my own.
The second question. The second question again.
Now for the second, what's the second question?
The second question. The cheapest way.
Cheapest way. To be honest, there is
cheapest efficient. Because it can be cheap and it's not efficient, but I'm looking for the cheapest efficient because the reason why I'm asking
affordable is the word.
Okay.
Affordable. It can never be cheap.
Affordable.
The only affordable way, is for you to be a content creator yourself. Because, like Jane said, for you to come and meet Jane, yes, that's why, and that's why I'm happy. For me, I'm even happy that there's a rise in more content creators. So let me give you a cue. Today, make sure you go and create a content, an informative content, an educative content, and an entertaining content. For a caterer, go into your kitchen today, carry pot and dance, entertain somebody. Go into your kitchen today, teach somebody how to make jollof rice. Educative. Go to your kitchen, teach somebody what they need to use to cook jollof rice. Give us information. That is the way you yourself can be a content creator. But for you to come and meet, that would be affordable and efficient. Yes. Now, don't forget that you need your ring light. Because for you to come and meet me or Jane to do a video, we have to first sit down. You see how she did makeup. You see me, I did not do makeup. She's finer than me. She has to sit down. She has to do lipstick, eyebrow. She has to put ring light and sit down. She has to call her assistant so she will pay 10K to do a video for her. She has to, after she creates that content, she has to edit that content. Then she has to post the content and market the content for you. And you want to pay me 5K.
Jane, you can just tell her you have catch me.
Then she will still go on YouTube, and don't forget that YouTube also has its peak period for. Oh, sorry, let me know. Instagram has its peak period for posting.
This is much you can take as.
So this
should be your final words.
So
go.
The only cheapest and affordable is for you yourself to be a content creator. So go on Instagram today, open a page, and start your ABC content creation industry or studio, because it is not easy. It is not easy because right now you can't even go to the road. Before you could. Creators could even go to the road and do any kind of content. Right now, if you go to the road, they're seizing your cameras from you. Or you are being, yes, they will come and seize your camera from
Jane,
you. So
in 30
the best
seconds,
is for
give
you
us
to
your
be
final
the
thought.
creator.
In 30 seconds, Jane.
She has done all that. But like anytime someone reach out to me and say they want me to create content for them, the first thing I tell you is what's your budget? And whatever your budget is, you have to spread it for longer time, 3 months at least. So even if he's trying to look for a way for it to be affordable and efficient, I think that's the only way. Instead of you wasting a big chunk of money for 1 month or 1 week, you do it for like 3 months or more, and then pick more than one influencers or so to work with in the city, and it will help.
From what she just said, try to also consult, try to meet people that can give you advice. Don't just walk up to people who will just collect your money and then they do that one-off content or whatever influencing for you, and that's it. Okay, your final words.
Okay, my final words here. I would like to lay emphasis on the fact that, like I said, so long as you can bring ideas to life, you're a creative. And most importantly, accountability is an everybody thing, Stop avoiding responsibilities in the name of protecting your mental health and doing what makes you happy. Okay. There are severe consequences for that. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the much we can take on this panel session. Put your hands together for my panelists, please, as they take. That's it. Did you learn something? Did you learn something? If you don't learn anything from here, then it means I'm not sure you will feel again. Anyways, that's an lighter note. Ladies and gentlemen, I think at this point we would have to go straight to the keynote session. But just before that, I'll find out something. And before we do that, please can we help send these things out of this place? In a few minutes' time, the principal, Olumati Isaiah, our keynote speaker, will be, delving deeper into this topic. That is, we just discussed the accountable creative, and the keynote presentation by Olumati Isaiah would be creative service delivery, and I'm sure, very sure, even like I can't remember my name. I am certain of my name that the principal is going to do justice to this topic. But just before we go straight to that keynote presentation. I would like us to maybe have one or two exhibitors, two exhibitors to talk to us here. Do we have the exhibitors here, please? A minute is enough. Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, my name is Charles Egwauje. I work for Airtel, the network people. I was there yesterday, and for just 1 minute, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I know a whole lot has been said today, trying to add value to everyone here. It's very important anyway. I cannot see myself actually working. Or rather, if I know what I know today, I'll probably be an entrepreneur long time ago. Because, I mean, it's a non-brainer for anybody to know that it pays for you to pay people than to get to be paid. I mean, it's just a straightforward thing. However, to talk about what I brought today, like I said, it's just to add value to what has been said. I have a product downstairs that I will want everybody to come and either look at and then see how it will support whatever it is that you are doing. The good thing about the product is an internet product that can help you to increase your efficiency, productivity, and ultimately, of course, if efficiency and productivity is high, what do you expect? Profit would also be very, very high. So the internet service, like I said, the good thing about it is that because of this program, I intend to give the participants of this program free. All you just need to do is subscribe. So I will just leave it at that. I will whet that appetite, come downstairs at our showroom, the show booth, and then see for yourself. I intend to give as many as I think deem fit this device for free so that you can access the internet. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So you need more information about the products Airtel has for you. Go down there and then you see them in their booth. And you please do well to buy, not just look, okay? Do we have any other exhibitor here that would like to talk to us about their brand? Just one person? Okay. Are you an exhibitor here? Exhibitor, not a participant. Come on. Because some persons. All right. You have a minute. Just a minute. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. My name is Etienne John, and I represent Alfani Leather Products. We make shoes. We make all kinds of shoes for men, for women, for children. We make belts. We make bags. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on TikTok, we are on every social media you can think of. So you can follow us on Instagram at Alfani, follow us on Twitter at Alfani Leather Products, on Facebook the same page. And then buying from us, we assure you good quality products. Not just good quality, we make sure that the footwears you buy from us, they are comfortable. They're also very durable. And then we also make footwears that you create. You could decide to make a design for us and then we bring that to life. So that's what we do. Thank you.
All right, please, you need to visit her at the booth. Please go down, you do that and make your findings. Please get yourself a footwear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would like to bring up on stage our keynote speaker for tonight, the person of Olu Mati Isaiah. Please put your hands together for the principal.
I may not use up to that amount of time. Good evening, everybody. Are these people patriotic Nigerians or is PAP? Which one are they representing? Good evening to you people. Okay. Oma, how are you? It's good to see you. All right. I want to say thank you to the convener of this Make in Nigeria event. It takes another kind of spirit to run something like this for 13 years. The problem is never creativity, sustaining the energy for creativity. Everybody creates. But when you can sustain it for 13 years, then you have earned the right. I've told some people that the difference between you and entering your dream is that you have not earned the right to enter your dream. You have earned the right to dream it. Everybody can dream. But experiencing your dream is something you must earn the right to access. And one of the things I have noticed, and I don't know why I'm going in this direction, is that all of your life will first be proof of all of your dreams. Except you are careless with your life. You know that story in the Bible that talks about Joseph and his ascension to Egypt? One of the things you may not have noticed is that he saved the nation from famine. Backtrack to his dream. They were saving crops. Everything in his dream played in his future. And that's how it is. So Pastor Uche, and I prefer to call him that way, even though he's my pastor, he doesn't want us to call him like that. But Pastor Uche has been able to show that he has what it takes to sustain. If you can bring the mic down a little bit, it's clashing with the feedbacks. I'm not even there. So he has what it takes to sustain this energy for 13 years. So he has earned the right to be in certain quarters. And I want to say thank you. Quite frankly, it is difficult to have a conversation like this that has run for a couple of days. I listened to Mr. Kelechi speak. K.O. Baba is amazing. Nearby Fakaye is phenomenal. When all of these guys are done speaking, I feel like it's a setup to put me before people. Ordinarily, I should just take the mic and say, shall we pray? We share the grace and we go. But let me see if I can bring in a bit of my idea to the conversation. I've been asked to speak on creative service delivery. Creative service delivery. And I'm hoping we can do this in the next 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You don't need so much to get to where you want to go, right? You just need what is necessary, right? So, the whole idea with creative service delivery is in two parts. The first part is for how the producer is able to design products and services in such a way that he, she, they, in terms of an active community or a company, are able to reduce burnout, reduce expense, increase profitability. Reduce burnout, reduce expense, increase profitability on the one part. But the second half is what we all just conclude and say we want to give the best customer satisfaction. Are you with me? Let us stay with the underlining term, creativity. It is one of the biggest conversations that we have in the African space today. However, the missing link with creativity, as it were, is that you cannot create anything outside foundational knowledge. People are trying to create where they don't know. Because you don't know, you cannot create. Because you don't know, you cannot innovate. Because you don't know, you cannot document. What you cannot document, you can't transfer. What cannot be transferred cannot be innovated upon. So my worry is that we may be having a conversation around creativity with people who don't have foundational knowledge. So we are jumping the gun. I operate, a lot of times in the creative space, and that is the biggest issues we have. Because part of the big challenge we have had, and I say it very carefully, is God's blessings upon our lives. There are many people who have succeeded by chance. Success is not a proof of knowledge. Anybody can succeed by chance. I can come from a wealthy family. My father puts everything together. I'm top of the board, and you think I'm successful. I can work in certain spaces, have somebody put money in my hand, go ahead and take responsibility for distribution, connection, and all of that. You think I'm successful. So there are people who succeed by chance. Most of the success rates we have achieved here, you may never achieve it anywhere in the world. It's too organized for your success. So we have successful people who cannot teach you the blueprint of their success because they succeeded by chance. And we say it's called grace. The problem with that grace is that the founders of our faith in this side of the world are very conservative people. So they have taught us their conservativeness as God. So I meet creative people who are only successful because they have first market entry, not that they know what they are doing. They're just the first people that entered. And part of what you notice is that they are a one-man company forever. Because they can't recruit, they can't teach. They can't teach their success. Everybody came to them because they were the only options. So it's a problem that we are having such a powerful conversation such as this, where foundational knowledge is missing. I can drive it deeper. All of the African countries that you know that have natural resources are some of the chaotic and very poor countries. Countries like Britain that have nothing are successful. There is something called the cost of a blessing. You have so much that you don't know what to do with it. It makes sense why those who live close to school go late to school. Those who live far from school come early to school. It makes sense that those who have so much resource are no longer struggling to survive. So those who have less resource are struggling to survive, so they are thinking. And they are thinking in such a way that they must document for the survival of those coming behind them. So we have oil, we send it to some other people who refines it because they are thinking, send it back to us, we buy it at 600, 700. I said to someone that the blessing of River State is in its provisions. The average Calabari man, the average Ikwere man just wakes up in the morning in those days, go to the back of your house, there's a stream. In less than 20 minutes, your soup is ready. So they don't know what it takes to plan long term. Before you fight me, I'm an Ikwere man. I have the right to say it. Nature has designed them not to have the strength to pursue creativity for long because everything is here. But the truth with history and future is that at some point you no longer have everything. We are here and everything is not here. Even the oil and gas are doing their exit strategies. Now everybody is forced to hustle. But we have not learned the spirit. But we often want to compete with those in Lagos who do not have the blessing that you have. But I can tell you, as one who was born in Lagos, if you check the fourth generation of every proper Lagosian family, you will find a PhD inside. You can't compete with people, and that PhD is from UK. You can't compete with people who have built their lives on the foundation of knowledge. They will always beat you to creativity. So when you say, oh, Lagos people are doing it, I'm laughing at you. Because you don't have half the knowledge, whether by books or by training, that they have. I grew up there. I schooled there. So most people that have an issue with me, we are just struggling with our worldview. Not that we have issues. You feel it's arrogance. When I point it to you, and I say, stop wasting your time, you can't beat them. But while we have this conversation, part of the things I want you to learn, if you are going to have excellent service delivery, one of the things, and I think it's a place to take note, is that you have to understand this key thing I'm going to say. The product that you design is by you, it's not for you. If you continue to insist on your way, you will lose out in the market. The product you design is by you. The product you want to sell is by you. But the product is not for you. You are not the user. So you have to ask yourself key questions. What does the user want? And if you pay attention, technically, as we go along the lines of this, I will be literally consulting for you and giving you a bit of ideas. What does the user want? Let's say you make soap and you make bathing soap. What does the user really want? The average Nigerian has a family of 5, 3 children, 1 father, 1 mother. Except in the case of the mother, all of them often use family bathing soap. And it's only in few cases that you find the mother wanting to use one special soap. If all of them use family bathing soap, understanding that inflation is consistently on the high, you will realize that they will defer to bigger soap packs. And they will differ because father uses the soap, mother uses the soap, children always using soap on their head. The lifespan of every bathing soap in a family of 5 is 1 week. If it can stay longer than 1 week, they will patronize you. That's where the creativity lies. So in terms of efficiency, you have to now begin to ask yourself, remember, I referred to what I said before, how do I make larger soaps at a cheaper rate so that the market is happy? And they have the answer. But you have to think. If you can think, you can solve it. I won't give you everything literally. You are not paying for consulting. You are not paying for consulting. I'm not even paid. Does this make sense? Okay. So really, yeah, I'm listening to the influencers speak, as it were. And then I'm listening to the quality of questions that come in, and it's laughable. I'm saying to myself, it's going to be a long time before these people will move forward. You just need chance, time and chance, grace. If that's the quality of questions we're asking in 2023. So we have to pay attention to how the market is functioning. And like I said, I'm not going to belabor this conversation. And in between, I'm going to be having this consulting thing. And I hope it works for you. One of the biggest complaints that people have had and made, in the recent times, all of these bridges littered everywhere. But as a creative myself who has had the opportunity to work in the FMCG, one of the reasons, and then of course I'm prospecting into the future, one of the reasons I don't have an issue with all of them flyovers is because I understand what it will mean traffic a bit, make sure that in 5 minutes from this point to this point I can deliver my products. How does that really make sense? I'll give you, and I think we'll wrap it up with that. I said something at one of the events I spoke in a couple of times during the election, and I said if you do not work on your income and do 70% of your present income, you are going to have a hard time going forward. Of course, a lot of people laughed. Welcome to my reality. My reality, I see the future, and I'll tell you people. And sometimes it sounds really arrogant when I do it, but just wait, it will happen. I was telling Pastor Uche, when I started social media for church, I think I was the only person in Nigeria doing it. And I told my pastor, I said, one day, the doors of this church will be shut for a long time. He used to call me prophet of Baal till it happened. And he asked me, how did you know? I said, don't worry. Don't worry. But one day I gave out the secret. The highest level of prayer is thinking, not when you kneel down. It's the highest level of prayer. But let's come back to the economics we are discussing. And so I told them that if you do not do 70% of your present income, you will have a hard time. Lagos is crowded. The traffic in Lagos is crazy. It's over the head and it's frustrating. People are trying to get to Lagos from Ogun State. People live in Ibadan and try to do jobs in Lagos. And people are fed up with such type of life. And when it hits 70%, they will realize that their income in Lagos is not what the time they spend in traffic or how much they suffer to work. What will they do? There are only two cities that can embrace you conveniently in Nigeria, Abuja and Port Harcourt. The cost of living in Abuja is way and above the head. Accommodation you cannot touch. There is only one city that can accommodate you. Very soon you will not have where to put legs in this city. If you know that, you begin to position. It is in that time that this joke of a flyover will make sense to you. Because the city is so small, we don't have roads. So you will now realize that though it's a joke, and I'm very careful when I say it's a joke. You know I'm in politics, so we can talk. But in that time, that joke will make sense to all of us. It will make sense to you. If you are in real estate, your market will skyrocket, but are you positioned? If you are in the FMCG, there are more people to buy. Are you positioned? In that time, there are people who have been going by chance now. No knowledge. What will happen is that numbers will greet their chance. They can't explain it, but this is what will happen. They will become successful. You will call them for conferences. They can't defend their knowledge, but they are successful. What happened? Numbers greeted them. They positioned. That's it. Clothing will make a lot of sense because there will be more people to buy. Clubs will sell. Short-let apartments will sell. In fact, one of the reasons short-let apartments will sell now is because there is a high increase in privacy. On the lighter side, on the serious side, especially for those men that are... You know, when we work, we look around all that affects the job. And then we'll tell you, some of the things you'll be surprised, it doesn't make sense. Yeah? The more secret a place is, the more private it is for people to have secret dealings, the more they can pay based on that privacy. You can't touch it. But it's an experience that makes sense. Yeah. One day. So yeah, you have a lot of people come. In that time, there will be need to establish proper companies, not this one-man thing we are running. That's where there's going to be a test on your creativity. But like I said before we dump the gun, you cannot be creative in a space you have no knowledge. Creativity is founded on knowledge. How much do you know about your industry? How much have you read? And you know, it's not joke. The people that want to do stuff, and I wait for them to ask me their questions. The moment you ask me a question, I decide if I should avoid you all my life. The quality of questions you ask is proof of whether you are going somewhere or not. You ask me a question that simple Google can give you an answer, I will ask you back, how long have you been on it? 5 years. I will avoid you all my life. It means you are not serious. You get? And you can't create if you are not serious. You can't. You know, I don't even know if I should say it. Okay, let me say it. I was so interested in FMCG that I took a job in one of the biggest FMCG companies. Not that I needed it to. That's how interested I was. I entered inside. And I worked for 2 years as the regulatory manager. There were other positions. This is how I thought about it. If I go inside and I work as an engineer, I will see the machines. Quite all right. I will see the staff. But I will not understand the regulatory part of this business. If I work as a regulatory manager, I see everything in the company. I applied like that. Sometimes we just work to survive. We don't work with the thought of the future. All manner of survival is jungle activity. Eat what you find now. Wake up tomorrow morning. No care for the future. So I got in, I learned. It helped me. I knew so much. I consulted for people. I made money while preparing for the future. So if I sit any day before an investor, I know what to tell him. You know, some of you, the problem with your big idea, the idea is fantastic. It's just that moment you sat before the investor and they're asking you a question. Then they realize that all you have is idea. But because you don't understand, you now worry and say things like, but if it's in Lagos, I will see sponsor. You will go there and come back. Because you are dealing against people that are sitting on knowledge. So some of us, for the quality of dreams you have now, you have to get into spaces where that dream has been perfected. Really, there is nothing you want to think about that has not been done before. It's just innovation. All that you see on Facebook is newspaper before. The difference is that newspaper used to take a while. Now it is instant. Does this make sense? It was television as you know it. It became YouTube as you know it. Today is Instagram. We're just defining the idea. Just redefining the idea. But you must know the basic to bring it up to the next phase. It's knowledge. You can't create where you have no knowledge. You can't innovate on what has never been created. You cannot document what you did not innovate or create, and you cannot hand down to a coming generation for their own survival. Now I have an interest in the aviations. I had to find a pilot who understands the system. It's 4 years, I'm still consulting. It's 4 years. You know, Pilot Dan. I'm still consulting. I go and sit down, ask questions. How does it work? How do they make their money? What are they doing? He's explaining. It's a 10-year project, though. But some of us just wake up in the morning and then we just quote the scripture. All things are possible to them who believe. The foundation of all faith is hope. Hope deferred makes the heart weary. Your hope can become your own frustration. So guys, when we think of service delivery, and I'm wrapping up, you have to ask yourself, one, do I have requisite knowledge? Have I paid attention to the culture? Do I have requisite knowledge? Have I paid attention to the culture? Do I have the strength and staying power for that industry? 3 questions only. Do I have requisite knowledge? Have I paid attention enough to the culture? And do I have the staying power for that industry? If you can answer these 3 questions, trust me, you will get into the system, you will break the ice, and you will succeed in areas men and women have dared and feared to dread. For all that matters, as I would always say, be brave with your life. Thank you. No questions. Knowledge, the culture, and the staying power. Okay. Okay, now you're trapping me. What did I say? Do I have knowledge enough? Do I have knowledge enough? And who wrote it down? Am I paying attention to culture? And what else? Do I have the staying power? Yeah. I asked, as I'm teaching you, I'm not the one teaching. I hear a voice in the back of my head. Nothing. I didn't come with notes. Yes. So they are hearing, yeah? So I hear a voice in the back of my head. So you think I'm talking.
Do we have questions?
All right, questions. Okay, I'm generous enough. Ask.
Okay, we have one question.
Don't ask questions that will make me avoid you. I won't forget you.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
My name is Godwin Abia. So you talked about before going into a particular industry, you must have the foundation knowledge. So at what point would I say I've gotten enough knowledge in this particular industry before I now go into creating content in this particular industry?
Because life is consistently developing, you will never have enough knowledge. Knowledge is progressive. Do you get that? But you have to understand enough how the system itself is being run at the time. That's how. No system is open-ended, in quote. There is always a way it works. And once you understand how it works, you are fine. So you want to create content. Let me use the one that annoys me. Yeah, people say they are influencers, and I'm like, what the hell you guys say? Have you influenced your family meeting before? You just have plenty followers because of lewd conversations, and then you are selling to plenty traffic. You are not influencing nothing. If you can't change culture, you are not influencing anything. You are advertising. People who influence, they change culture. Linda Ikeji, she's an influencer. She made blogging a culture. We just have people who have plenty followers and they're advertising and they say they're influencers. No influence, nothing. You know what an influencer is? If I wear this shirt, it stays for the world. That's an influencer. That's why they get footballers. They wear a boot, it becomes a lifestyle of the world. That's influence. Not that you come and tell us we have pen. We are the one advertising the pen. You say I'm an influencer. People just buy because they see that you have what they are selling. Finish.
Sir, good afternoon. You, E-Tech Welding and Fabrication.
Okay.
You made mention of that. How do you reduce burnout, reduce expense, and increase profit? So I want to ask, because we that are in the industry of fabrication and manufacturing, most of the raw materials are more expensive now.
Yes.
So in terms of reducing our cost and making more profit, how do we go about it?
Quite frankly, that's a very dynamic question because I have to sit in your business to see. Sometimes you are looking at your costs solely in terms of what you buy, but you are not looking in terms of how you buy. They are different things. You are looking in terms of what you buy, how you buy, but you are not looking in terms of how you employ. You are looking in terms of how you buy, what you buy, how you employ, but you are not paying attention to your facility. Your money is leaking somewhere. It's not just about what you buy. So you have to pay attention. So what that requires is what we refer to as an audit. It costs a lot of money. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. So my time is done. And like I say again, be brave with your life, people. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, for the principal, put your hands together. So how many of you got so much value today? Please, this is absolutely free. Can support us. Please, the account number. For those of you who are open-hearted, who like good cause, who look at what we're doing here, see, if I was paying for this, it will worth much more than 10,000, 5,000, 20,000. You can just support this initiative, support Pastor Anoche and the team with GT 055 055 1276 731 055 1276 713. Please, GTB 055 1276 Abi 731 Abi 713 Abi. So please do that. And then the raffle draw ticket is still there. Just make sure you might be the winner because the winner will always be here. And when you go, before you leave, go down. The exhibitors are out there looking for what you can buy. Don't forget tomorrow, come with an intent to support them, and God bless you. How many of you got value? And I pray that God will grant you success as you step out to do your business. With this 6:30, and I think we're done for today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll start. Please, now take this. We've changed the time, and we expect you come early so that you can also help our speakers have their time. 11 a.m. 11 a.m. That's when we're starting, and we'll try as much as possible to keep to time. Whether we see 10, 20